to a new video. My name is Jade Shinyu and I help people reclaim back their power physically, mentally and spiritually. Now today we're going to be talking about how and why demons / Archons hunt genuine light workers. Now it's important to remember that the word demon is just a label, and demons can fit into all different types of categories. There's many different names for demons basically. But the way I see demons is they're no different to the Archons of this matrix. So they're basically negative entities that are trying to keep humanity's consciousness on a very low vibration so they can pursue their sinister agendas and so they can feed off negative energy. So why do they hunt genuine light workers? So many genuine light workers will find now and then that they may get game stalked, many people call it, or they get attacked spiritually or physically when they start having a spiritual awakening, when they really start doing the real work and trying to help other people. Now, these entities will not hunt you unless you actually emit a very strong light. So people who have a very pure heart, very pure intentions, people who speak the truth, people who are genuinely trying to help other people heal, love and liberate their souls, their mind and their bodies. These are the sort of people that they target. They're literally, your light is like, it's like to a lamp. They are very much attracted to you. And this is because you are a threat, to put it simply. You are a threat in their plans. You are a threat to stop and block what they want to achieve in this realm, in this matrix. I can't go into it right now because it's so deep. But basically, they have a very sinister agenda. They have hijacked this matrix. This is actually a copy. And you can find out all of this through Gnostic texts and scriptures, etc. They come from the demiurge. So this is why they have very dark agendas to keep humanity on a very low consciousness so they can continue to use us, basically like their own little worker slaves, and puppet us and feed off our energy, because our energy is like food for them. But only if you are in fear, only if you have trauma, only if you have a very negative, low vibration within you. And this can be because you are just, a negative person, you are violent, you are abusive, you go around hurting other people, they love them sort of people. Or it's because you've been a victim of abuse and you are now traumatized. Because if you hold trauma within your body, then it acts as a gateway for them. And that's why it's so important for light workers and people on the spiritual path to heal their traumas. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to fight off these beings, as opposed to like what they do to you in general as well. So these beings will hunt you down and they will try their best to keep you down and attack you, so they can block you helping other people, quite frankly. They're very parasitic. They like to feed off your energy as well. So they don't want you to be evolving. They don't want you to reach enlightenment. They don't want you to be a light. So if you can imagine, this matrix is very dark. So as soon as you are shining, your frequency is like tenfold, so much higher than everyone else's. So as soon as you start activating your Kundalini energy, as soon as you start activating your heart, your frequency of your heart, that emits such a strong, powerful vibration, and they smell it, they sense it, they can feel it. And it's like they have their own GPS, and this is how they find you, because they follow the energy that you are emitting. So it's very frustrating, and it's all part of the game. It's all part of what this matrix is all about. But it's very important to know this and to know how to protect yourself and what you can do to stay strong. So how do these beings attack light workers? How do demons and the Archons attack these people? So there are many ways that they'll try to bring you down and make you feel fear, make you feel negative emotions, and just physically attack you as well. So number one is they will attack you during dream time. So they can attack you a lot during dream time and astral travels and that sort of thing, and in lucid dreams as well. I've had this happen to me many times, so much, and you'll know the difference. You'll know when it's happening, because it will be very vivid, it will feel really real. A quick example for me is like you'll feel them physically biting or attacking you or physically hurting you in some way, and it will feel like it's real. Like I've woken up from astral travels and dreams, etc., thinking like my hand was off, or like I would have scratches and bites all over me, because I could literally feel teeth and nails and, you know, whatever they had, beaks, attacking me physically within the dream. But they're attacking your energy bodies. They're attacking your energy bodies, because you have more than one body. You don't just have the physical body. You have an etheric body, an energy body, your emotional body, etc. So these are the bodies that they are attacking. And if you're not careful, if you don't protect yourself, these can have an effect on your physical body when you wake up. So if you're in a very low vibration, or if you're ill, so you're naturally more weak, you're more vulnerable, they can cause a lot more damage to you in your waking life in this realm. So they can also do something called spiritual implants. So these implants can be extremely damaging, and they can definitely hinder you quite a lot, and they're very annoying to get. And you'll know when it's happened to you, because you will, for example, you'll feel them do something to you. So for example, if they put something in your mouth, if they put their hand or whatever they have like inside your body and really hurt you, like they attack normally the heart, some sort of organ, if they put some sort of liquid in you. I mean, for me personally, I've had very horrible dreams and astral travels where something would like force themselves inside me. Sometimes they can actually go inside you, so their energy will be in your body. Sometimes you can actually wake up with physical implants. So there are two types of implants. There's energy implants, so frequency implants, which you can't see on your body. They're not physical. And then there are physical implants, but these normally come from like UFOs and alien beings, etc. And they can also be negative as well, or they can be positive. They can just be like a tracker for them to like keep an eye on you and make sure that you're okay and that your physical body is like staying healthy, etc. So, but with beings that are obviously sinister, a lot of the times it will be a spiritual, non-physical implant that they will put inside your body. So this will need to be removed, because if it doesn't get removed, you'll find your health massively declining. This is what happened to me a few years ago. And then it will start manifesting as loads of different types of sicknesses, despite you eating healthy, despite you working out, despite you, having a good sense of well-being, etc. It can attack the mind as well. It can like drive you crazy, etc. So there's many things that they can do to attack you physically, mentally, spiritually. They will try to deplete your chi, so they will try their best to deplete your life force energy, because the less chi you have, the easier it is to attack you, the easier it is to beat you, basically. Another way they can attack you is through physical people, because not all light workers are like mediums and have that connection to the spirit worlds. With most shamans and mediums and that sort of thing, they experience a lot of paranormal activity, so we can remember and actually see and feel these things attacking us in the spirit realms, because we're naturally connected to that realm. But if you are not a bridge and you don't have that connection, or you can't remember those sort of things that happen to you during the night, they will attack you through people. So they like to puppet people who are on a low frequency, because they're very easy to puppet. So you may find that your family members, or you'll get a co-worker or something, will just keep bullying you. They'll keep attacking you. They'll keep draining you. You might find that you attract narcissistic people. You might find that, all your partners that you seem to keep attracting, they keep on attacking you, or you'll get strangers literally in the streets sometimes come and attack you. It can even happen with animals. You might get like wasps or like insects or spiders or even dogs, attack you for no reason. So this is a really bad sign if this keeps happening to you, and it's a huge sign for you to protect yourself and for you to massively raise your vibration, or to go see some sort of shamanic healer to get a good cleanse and to, you know, reboot yourself again. Because with healers and with light workers and with, you know, mediums and shamans, it's very important to try and find a circle of people or a trusted healer that can actually help you regain your strength again, to give you genuine energy healing, because sometimes it's just too difficult to do it all on your own, and you need the help of someone else to give you positive light energy to help you get healthy again. It's kind of like they're your nurse and they're giving you like medicine to help you reboot and regain the strength that you may have lost because of an attack. And on a more serious note, they can even attack you through witchcraft, black magic, hexes, evil eye, all that sort of thing as well. So again, they can puppet people, it's a similar thing, but in more serious cases, they can use these people to actually do black magic on you. And this can be obviously far more sinister, this can be way more negative and cause far more serious consequences. I do have a video on 7 signs that you have been hexed or cursed, so if you want to go more into that, then please watch that video, as I thoroughly go through all the signs. The reason they puppet people to attack you is because they try to cause you trauma. It's because once you have trauma, you are now an open gateway, because fear is such a low vibration, fear, shame and guilt. So if they try to traumatize you, it's likely you will feel one of those emotions depending on what happens to you, especially sexual trauma, because sexual trauma is like the most abusive thing that a human being can actually go through. And it causes a direct gateway to always be open. So it's very easy for them to then get in and try to possess you, or try to like puppet you and try to just drain your energy. So it's very important that you go on a spiritual path of self-healing, of self-love, of getting rid of all of that sort of thing. And of course, this can take years. I myself have gone through it, and I'm still healing, I'm still getting there, but you'll progressively get stronger. So the more you do, the better. And they will also use your weaknesses against you. So this is why it's imperative to do shadow work. Because if you don't have an ego death, if you allow your ego to get the better of you and you allow your ego to trigger you, then you will be such an easy target for them to attack and to knock you off, basically, and beat you back down, to push you back down into a lower state of consciousness. So it's so important that you do your shadow work, you don't let your ego get the better of you. It's very important to know yourself, so know thyself, so you don't allow any beings to basically use your fear, ego or weaknesses against you. So you have to really, really do the shadow work, become strong, so you become an absolute warrior, basically. So this leads me on to how to protect yourself from these beings. And of course, the number one thing is to not fear them. And I know this is so much easier said than done, and it has taken me a good 30 years to really like empower myself and to finally not fear these beings. Now and then they still get me. If I'm in a lower state, if I'm sick, etc. Recently I have been having some crazy physical things happening to me, like I stated on my Instagram, which I may do a video on in the future. But you must not fear it, and this can be very difficult, obviously. So the number one thing that helped me stop fearing these beings was to face them. So if you are one of these shamanic people, a medium, etc., and you do face them head on a lot in your dreams, face them, fight them. Because if you keep running away, or if you keep waking yourself up, you will forever fear them. And for many, many years, I actually learned how to wake myself up from a kid, as I used to have brutal attacks and night terrors constantly as a child and as a teenager. So I actually developed the ability to wake myself up instantly from a dream. So this is what caused me to become very lucid within my dreams as well, naturally. But one day I stopped and I said, you know, fuck it, I'm going to turn this fear into anger. This is where sacred anger can be so beneficial, because anger can easily override fear. It's very difficult to just switch fear off and then just be neutral, because obviously, you know, you have so much anxiety when you're fearful. So instead you can transmute that energy to anger to help you get started. So this is exactly what I did, and instead of fearing these beings, I would just get angry at them and then attack them myself. And by doing this, this helped me fear them less and less and less and less. And then I started to get attacked less and less and less. They'd still try it on, but most of the time they could not beat me, until I got sick, until my physical body unfortunately took a massive hit after getting the rabies, you know what, and you know, loads of other things, but that's for a whole other story. So this leads me on to number 2 is, you know, the second way to protect yourself is you must keep your vibration high. Because if you lower your frequency mentally, physically, or spiritually, you are an easy target. Now they can override you. So if you imagine like it's frequency bands and you're here, so demons is very low, they're very low. This is why most of the time it's not just one demon that will attack you, because they're actually not that strong on their own, depending on who they are. Because like with angels, demons have a hierarchy, so there'll be different, many different types. Ones will be very strong and then ones will be like very low. But most of the time there'll be a gang, so there'll be normally like 5, 6, 10, sometimes even more, like all trying to attack one person, because most of the time one of them can't even, you know, scratch you at all, because you are naturally always stronger than they are. When a human is in their full energy, in their full light, demons can't touch you. Like, you are supremely powerful compared to them, because you are alive, you have a physical body. But this is why in this matrix they do everything in their power to mess up your body, to mess up your mind, and to mess up your spirits. Everything is like backwards and inverted to lower your consciousness, to lower your energy. So you are easily now manipulated, puppeted, and attacked. So this is why you must look after your body, so have a high vibrational diet. This is why you must look after your mind, so do not consume anything on a low vibration. So this is important, that you must, you know, listen to good vibrations, listen to good sounds. Do not listen to shit low vibrational music, because that is subconsciously lowering you. So please watch, I've done a video on music, how music can hex you, so please watch that video to learn more about that. Because it's not just the food you consume. I mean, me personally, I avoid eating meats and animal products because they have a very low karmic, fearful energy imprint within them, because they went through so much suffering, pain and torture in slaughterhouses, in factory farms, etc. So I do have a video, an older one, on how to raise your frequency, so I highly recommend you watch that if you haven't already, as it is so important, and this is the number one thing that you must do to override your frequency, because these demons will be here in this frequency band. And if you're eating meat, if you're drinking alcohol, if you're taking drugs, if you're watching porn, if you're stealing, gambling, doing all these low vibrational things that the matrix tries to brainwash you to consume and glamorize and brainwash you to desire, if you're in that low vibration, you're acting like an animal, basically, a primitive animal, you are here, you are in the same frequency bands that they are on. So this is why these people who like linger in this realm, in that vibration, will be the people that get puppeted by them, and also the people that suffer by them. So you must up your energy, because you can't destroy demons because they are energy, but you can rise above them. So you can't destroy demons, but you can rise above them. And this is the best way to protect yourself. A good thing to help you get through this, a good thing to keep you motivated, is to really adopt a warrior mindset. So try to theme your life on actually being a warrior of love and light. Even make that a daily mantra, an affirmation. If I feel a bit fearful, or I've been feeling a bit weak, etc., I will try to snap myself out of it, and I will affirm that I am a warrior of love and light. I am strong, I am brave, I am divine. So if you keep saying this mantra, this will empower you, and say it with all your heart, with your energy. You may feel silly at first, but just get over it, okay? Because this works. So say that, even have it on your screensaver. You know, make a wallpaper of it on your phone or your iPad or your laptop to keep programming you to really adopt that warrior mindset. Because you are a warrior. Because if you are a light worker, you have come to this matrix at a very imperative time of the spiritual war. So there is a spiritual war going on right now. And those of you who have actually opened your third eye, you'll know this. You'll see what's happening right now on the earth. And this is why the world is like crazy at the minute. So you need to remember what you're fighting for. So to keep that warrior mindset, think of the victims. Think of the people that you are fighting for. Think of love, because love, beauty, kindness is worth fighting for. Think of all the people you are helping. Think of all the animals you're helping. Think of the environment, the world, nature. Like Mother Earth is conscious and she is, you know, wanting these people to help her. So you are needed. Your help is massively needed. So don't think, oh, I'm just a little person doing nothing. Like you are imperatively, you are so powerful. When you really switch on your light, your frequency, your heart, when you have a pure heart, that naturally heals everything and everyone that you come into contact with. And this is what they know. This is why Buddha said that only 50 Buddhas would be needed to cure the whole world. Because that power is so strong. It is stronger than any darkness. So remember that when you feel a bit, you know, hopeless. So do your best to live a high vibrational lifestyle. Don't fear, stay strong, and you'll be fine. Like, yes, you'll get encounters with demons and dark entities now and then, but it only makes you stronger. So embrace them and just laugh in their face. One day you'll be so strong and so fearless that you'll be able to look them in the eye and just, you know, be like, yeah, whatever, mate. And they'll have no power over you. So remember, affirm that. You have no power over me, okay? A good film to watch to kind of understand more about this sort of thing is actually Dr. Sleep. So it's a prequel to The Shining. Sorry, it's a sequel to the film The Shining. So watch that film, and there is a lot of truths, hidden truths in that film, and it's very much what's going on in this world right now. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. For my services, I do provide one-to-one spiritual guidance through oracle card readings. So if you are interested in that, I will leave the link in the description box below, along with all my other services and free ebooks, etc., to help you on your journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the little notification bell so you don't miss my future uploads. So until next time, lots of love, lots of light. Ahimsa.